People say I don't belong here. How the hell she get her own tear? In my heart, y'all put no fear. Fuck you niggas, just to be clear. I'm tired of all of y'all fake misses, acting like you really fuck with me. See you skimming, really want my spot. You claim me bully, but I know you not. Little thick bitch in my bars, heavy in my flow, deadly, my name carry.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel. We're back with another reaction video. This one is a really good, courageous video. It ended successfully, thank God. Alright, so this is the 9-year-old shares how she escaped her kidnapper in North Las Vegas with baby brother in her arms. Then he had both of them. He was about to get both of them, and I hate that this is even a thing. Kidnapping kids, selling kids, all type of just crimes against kids. People is crazy wild. And in North Las Vegas, I would imagine around that area, it's popular for kidnapping kids. This is crazy. It's crazy, but Lil Mama made it. So let's hear her story, y'all. While I'm getting this together, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. Y'all already know, hit that bell for me. Alright, let's listen to her story.
Said, please, can you let us out the car?
Oh, whoa.
Please, said, let us out the car. Please, said, please, can you let us out the car? I don't got nothing to do with this. Please, can you just take the car and just let us go?
First at 5, this is what a hero looks like. A 9-year-old girl keeps her cool and gets herself and her baby brother to safety.
What happened to her next is a story you'll only hear right here on Fox 5. And that brave young girl's story is not only frightening for any parent, but her boldness and quick thinking is truly incredible.
Fox 5's Maddie White has been tracking this story for us. Maddie spoke to her mother yesterday. How are they doing after this? It's serious. It is a traumatic event for her.
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, the mother was desperate, just awful yesterday. A little bit better today, but really needing the children today was so eye-opening and just incredible to know how brave this little girl was. So, like I said last night, we heard from her mother as she tells me she ran after her car as it was being stolen with her children in it. And now we're hearing from the brave young...
I remember, I don't know how old the story is, and we can look back and see in a minute. But I remember this being a thing. It was a big popular thing at one point. Like, it was happening frequently. I don't know how frequently it's happening now, but I remember a story back home in North Carolina. You know, when you pull up to the gas station, easy upon a time you can just pull up to the gas station and leave your car running, especially if you're just going there to pay for the gas, or you're going in there to get something real quick. You know, you got your kids in the car, you can just run in there real quick and get what you're going to get and come back out. And then people's cars started getting stolen. And in my neck of the woods, a lady's car got stolen with her kid in the back. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the person like dropped the kid off somewhere, like at a fire station or something. It was something like that. The kid was found unharmed. But it definitely opened a lot of parents' eyes, especially mine, because it was plenty of times I'll pull up to the gas station just to get gas, or I'm running there to get, you know, a snack or some drinks or something. And I would leave my daughter in the car and leave the car running. And so we're not thinking that, hey, that you leave your, you know, leave your car and your child susceptible to be taken. So now, like, I lock the doors. I lock the doors. I tell her, she's old enough not to definitely understand, but I lock the doors, and she has a cell phone. So I tell her, lock the doors, and when you see me come out, that's when you can unlock it when I get to the car door. But for right now, lock the door. And always. I'm saying for right now, like, one day it's going to stop. People are going to continue stealing cars and doing dumb shit.
Herself. Her name is Nyla, and she did whatever it took to save herself and her baby brother, King.
I know where 7-Eleven.
That is crazy. His name is King. I didn't mean to just keep stopping like this, because at one point I said I was going to name my son King. You know, like, years ago. I had this notion that, you know what, I'm gonna have a girl, I'm gonna have a boy. This is before I ever had kids, okay? Mind you, my oldest child is 12 years old now. So I always said, you know what, when I have kids, I'm gonna name my son King and my daughter Queen, and they're gonna be just that.
That's the way we go to my granny's house.
This is Nyla Prentice. The 9-year-old and her baby brother were in the back seat of their mom's car Monday night when their mom ran into this 7-Eleven on Cheyenne and Decatur to use the ATM, and the unthinkable happened.
This boy was looking at her in a strange way, and then he ran outside, and he tried to open my mom's door, and then my mom came outside, and she was like, "What are you doing next to my car?" And then when she come next to the car, it unlocks. So her car unlocked, and then he got in the car, and he zoomed. I didn't want to put my hands on him because he was driving fast, and I didn't want to die.
Nyla says
I had all about that life. She said she ain't want to put her hands on him because he was driving. But if that car would have been still, Nala, I really feel like Nala would have threw some blows at him. So Nala is with that, about that life. Okay, you got some kids who have just been scared and start crying. Nah, not Nala. Nala was going to lay hands on that man.
wasn't sure where he was driving, but says they were going fast.
So I just closed my eyes, and I was thinking, I was like, what I'm going to say.
That's when she says she reached for the unlock button in the car.
I reached into unlock the door. He was like, this. And I was like, please, sir, let us out the car. Please, sir, please, can you let us out the car? I don't got nothing to do with this, please.
She says the only thing the kidnapper said to her was, get out. He pulled over.
The only thing I was worried about was my little brother. And so...
Oh, man. She had to say, you know, I can imagine she would be very scared having to say that. Like, please, sir, let us out the car. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Let us out the car. That is so brave of her. And then she's just thinking about, you know, then she got her little brother right there. That is just, I couldn't imagine having to be, you know, a 9-year-old mindset having to deal with that.
Got my shoes, and he didn't let me. He was like, "Hey, get out." So I grabbed his binky, and then me and him ran.
Once on the sidewalk, she started running.
I didn't know I was that. Just started running with him. Because I'm not going to leave him in the car. Because I always watch him every day.
Nyla and King managed to get back to 7-Eleven. She ran barefoot through the dark streets with her baby brother in her arms.
I was looking for some lights, and then I saw the 7-Eleven that we was at, and then I went in there, and I was shaking and crying.
The staff at 7-Eleven gave her a chair and something to drink. Then the officers came in.
I heard they say they had my mom. I started crying.
Her mom says she fell to the floor, thanking God her children were safe.
Man.
Still unclear what this person's motive was. Did he know you were there?
Yes. He looked back at me. He should have been minding his own business.
That's right, girl.
He sure should have. And that man accused in the kidnapping is behind bars facing numerous charges. Now, the mother learned today that her car was totaled by the kidnapper. So if you'd like to help with those expenses, a link to a GoFundMe is on our website, fox5vegas.com. Reporting live, I'm Maddie White, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
Oh, man, yeah, that made my eyes water. That made my eyes water. Because, like, she got out the car, grabbed her brother. She ran through the dark streets trying to get back to somewhere. She didn't know where she at. And thank God that she was able to get back to the 7-Eleven. You know, shout out to the workers at 7-Eleven, because I know that was crazy having to deal with that, seeing a child come in and crying, and she's probably hysterical. She, you know, her mama, the car had been stolen over like that. Like I was saying, shout out to the, what I say? To the 7-Eleven worker for handling the situation the best they could. You know, I'm sure they had the comfort. They gave her something to drink and whatever until the police and her mom got there. Shout out to the police officers for finding the guy. I'm so glad he's behind bars. I'm so glad, because, bro, people like you don't need to be out here in these streets. Us regular civilians just want to live our lives in peace and be happy and not have to worry about getting our cars taken and totaled and our kids in the back. You kick our kids out. It's crazy. Shout out to them. Shout out to the mom, you know, and to the supporters. I don't know. This was 4 months ago. So hopefully, you know, her GoFundMe was blessed for her to get another car. If y'all, I hope they did. If y'all do know this, leave some comments below, because I would love to know how this story ended for them, and hopefully she got a car. And shout out to Lil Mama. I would have forgot her name already. I don't want to say it right, but I don't want to say her name wrong. So shout out to her, because that's the biggest brave person of the whole story. That's the hero of the whole story. Shout out to Lil Mama. You know, at 9 years old, she was able to do this. So just imagine how many great things she'll be able to do when she gets older. And I know she's a great big sister, the way she took over the situation and got her and her brother back to safety. So that concludes this video. If you have not already, hit that like and that bell for me. Follow me on all social media platforms. That's she.Chanel. And until we meet again, we are out.
People say I don't belong here. How the hell she get her own tear? In my heart, y'all put no fear. Fuck you niggas, just to be clear. I'm tired of all of y'all fake misses, acting like you really fuck with me. See you skimming really want my spot. You claim me bully, but I know you not. Little thick bitch in my bars, heavy in my flow, deadly my name carry.